So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be discussing some FIFA 18 player ratings, and we're going to start off with some Arsenal players. Now, you all know I'm an Arsenal fan, so yes, there might be some slight bias in this video, but I think I've been pretty fair with the overall ratings. But whether you agree with me or not, make sure you let me know in the comments below when you do see what ratings I've given. But if you could, before we get into the video, it would be really awesome if you could leave a like on the video. Your support is very much appreciated. And yeah, let me know in the comments also which team I should predict the ratings of next. Before we get into things, you may or may not have known, but Arsenal didn't have the best of seasons last year. And as an Arsenal fan, I definitely know that. So with that in mind, I'm definitely expecting a few downgrades to some players this upcoming FIFA. I'm also expecting a lot of players to stay the same, and a few players I'm expecting to get upgraded, because a few of them, to be fair, did have very good years, especially one player in particular who at times pretty much carried this Arsenal team. Anyway, let's get into some of these player rating predictions. Right then, starting off with Hector Bellerin, the man who is forever going to be linked with Barcelona, and as an Arsenal fan, I just hope he stays. I do think it is inevitable that he will eventually go to Barcelona, but I just hope he stays. He's a top class player who I think still has so much more to give, and he does still have bags and bags of potential. I've given him an upgrade. I think he'll be 81 or 82 next year, and I think once again he will be mine and many others go-to right back for Premier League squads. Next to him is Petr Cech, the 35-year-old Premier League veteran. Now, I love Petr. He's had a brilliant career and he is a classy guy, but he's on a decline and he can still cut it at the top. But I think in the next year or two, Arsenal are going to replace him, and I think he's going to be downgraded for the next FUT, with his age, if not his performances, being the reason. On to the next page, we have Arsenal new boy Kolasinac. Yeah, Kolasinac. I used to call him Kolasinac too until Arsenal's Twitter released this video.
This is how you say my name, Seat Kolasinac.
Anyway, Kolasinac was included in the Bundesliga team of the season and was Schalke's player of the year. He grabbed 5 assists last season and scored 3 times, playing in numerous positions including left back, left mid and centre back. He's got brilliant utility value and hopefully we'll get a bunch of informs for Arsenal in the upcoming season. Maybe he'll even have a one to watch card. So from Arsenal new boy to an Arsenal new boy who isn't so new, Mustafi was signed last season and he came into the Arsenal team and for a while was just unbeaten. I think it was over 20 games Mustafi didn't lose a single game in an Arsenal shirt, and for the most part when he did play he was absolutely solid at the back. He's still young as well and he looks to have a good future ahead, and I think in FIFA 18 he'll be upgraded to 84. Moving on to Rob Holding now. This one may be somewhat controversial, but I think Rob Holding next year will get a gold card. Maybe EA will put him at a 74 rated rare silver, but I think he deserves, and I think he could sneak a low rated non-rare gold. Holding was pretty much thrusted into a makeshift defence at the start of the season when Arsenal just lacked bodies due to a poor pre-season, but it was at the end of the season that this kid began to shine. And what is truly scary about Rob Holding is I'm actually a week older than him, which is pretty mad. This kid is playing first grade football and I'm, sat in my room making virtual football videos. Anyway, I think we all know Holding will be upgraded, but will he remain a silver or will he become a gold? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next to him is another centre-back, the BFG, Per Mertesacker. Now, I love Mertesacker, but he is getting on a bit now, and just like with Cech, age, if not performances, will be the reason for him getting downgraded. Mertesacker actually only featured twice for Arsenal last year, one appearance being off the bench in the league, and the other being a very good performance in the FA Cup final. But I still think he'll get downgraded. His age and lack of game time is going to be what sees him go down. Moving on to some midfielders, Aaron Ramsey. Now, he ended the season on somewhat of a high note, so some people might not like that I've downgraded him, but you have got to look at the season as a whole. And there is a reason that Ramsey made a lot of his appearances off the bench, and that's because during and at the start, Ramsey just was not putting in the performances that Arsenal needed. However, this season coming up could be big for him. He's looked good towards the end of last season in the new formation that Arsenal are running, so hopefully this time next year I'll be making this video and I'll be upgrading Ramsey's card. Santi, a lovely little man. First of all, I just want to say if Santi didn't get injured, I think Arsenal would have had a much better season. This guy is so technically gifted. He's a real game changer in the middle of the park. But he is getting on a bit now, and injuries are getting the better of him. Maybe he'll only be dropped to 85, but I think he'll be 84 rated in the next FIFA. On to the final page, and we have these two, the big names, Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez. Will they both even be playing at Arsenal in a few months' time? I'm certainly hoping they both are. Now, Ozil by his standards didn't have the best of seasons, but I don't think he was anywhere near as bad as people made it out to be. But he definitely wasn't his usual assisting, impressive self. Though he did contribute a lot more with goals this season, Ozil scored 12 times and got 12 assists in all competitions for Arsenal, which, to be fair, is a pretty good haul for a midfielder, and if that's a bad season for him, it just shows how good this guy actually is. But with all that being said, I do think a -1 downgrade is fair. And the final player in today's video is Mr. Alexis Sanchez. You little magician, please don't leave. What a season this guy has had. He's carried Arsenal at times, and the guy is genuinely world class. And let's be honest, all bias aside, he pretty much would get into any team in the world right now, maybe bar Barcelona and Real Madrid. 30 goals and 13 assists overall for Arsenal in all competitions last season. That is pretty damn incredible, and he will be getting upgraded, that is for sure. But the question is, will he still have an Arsenal badge on his card next year? And I really hope so. The guy I don't think is replaceable, and his work rate is absolutely second to none. So guys, we're at the end of the video now. In the comments below, I want to hear from you, so let me know your thoughts on the ratings that you've just seen. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and if you do disagree, let me know what rating you think these players actually deserve. Also, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be greatly appreciated, and also let me know which team I should do a video on next. But that's all from me, so thanks for watching, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.